People are like, who is DanielleVictor? And I'm like, bitch, it's Danny with 2 N's. Am I a fashion blogger? Maybe. Am I a storyteller? For sure. Am I a badass bitch? Absolutely. So if you're smart, you'll subscribe to my channel.
Hi everyone. It's Sunday. It's Mother's Day. Oh, I just put my son to sleep and he just woke up. It's like, no baby, mommy's gotta film for a second. I'm right here, Nugget. I'm right here. Hi. I'm right here. I'm just gonna film a quick video and then we're gonna go to bed, okay? Okay? I love you. I love you. I love you so much. First of all, it's Sunday, so happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Hope you had a great day. This video will be uploaded at some point tomorrow, which is Monday, because if you can't tell, my eyes are bloodshot, and it's because I'm tired as shit. But my ass was not gonna go to sleep without addressing the drama that was on my page on Mother's Day. I gotta change my battery real quick though, so pause. Okay, back. My baby is out of his crate because he's spoiled. Come here. Come here. I'm filming this video and you're going right back to bed. You were just asleep. You were just literally dead asleep. Where are you going? Oh, sweetie, I know you're tired. My big boy's tired. You're not missing out on anything. I'm just filming a quick video. You could go back to bed. Anyway, so an email was sent to Bhad Bhabie, or Bhad Bhabie. I don't know how she likes to say her name. Danielle Bergoli. She's 17 years old. She was on Dr. Phil a few years ago. She's infamous for saying, "Catch me outside," or cash, or catch, however you say it, however she said it. It was very popular at the time. She was on Dr. Phil. She blew up on the internet after that. And an email was sent to her because I find anyone really a good interviewing person if you have a story or a backdrop. I feel like she has an interesting story, and when you see someone like that and you see the amount of impact she had on social media, of course you want to pick their brain, see what's going on up there. So an email was sent so I could have her on the Swallow It podcast. An email was responded back by her or her management. She says it's her management, and it said, "You're a moron." So respectfully, an email was sent back basically stating, and I'll put a screenshot of the emails right here so you can see it. "What are you doing? Caesar, what are you doing?" And it was basically explained to her, like, you could have simply not responded. You could have simply said, Daniela is not interested in doing the podcast. You could have maybe handled it in a more mature, respectful manner, because I've been in this business a very long time, and emails that unprofessional don't happen unless there's already been like a meet, it didn't go well, a booking that didn't fall through, or there's been some type of like major argument. The unprofessionalism of that email was beyond me, but besides the point. I decided to post that on social media because I could not believe that a management would send that type of email. I just assumed it was her, which I thought was weird because I would imagine someone with that amount of followers would have someone else handling the email account. But when that was the response, "You're a moron," I was like, that has to be her, because no manager on the face of the planet is responding. So I posted that, and I just stated that, you know, I thought it was trash. I thought that response was trash. You know, I'm writing, like, whoever I think would be a good interview, I'm writing them. They have 5 followers, 5,000 followers, 5 million followers, I'm giving it a go. Some people will say yes, some people will say no. I don't expect everyone to say, yeah, I want to be on your podcast. Yeah, I'm totally cool with being on your podcast. I'm not expecting that. But I'm not expecting people that aren't interested in coming on my podcast to respond with filth. Like you're a moron. How am I a moron? You don't even know me at all. So I posted on social media. She decided to get on her live. I haven't watched the live. I'm actually going to put a reaction to me watching the live in this video, but I'm too tired to do it tonight. I'm literally struggling to stay awake. I'm so exhausted. So in the morning when I do my eye patches and my face mask, I will react to watching whatever she said on live, because I don't want to assume anything she said without watching it. But what I was told via DM and comment was that it was her management that responded. She would have done the podcast had I come at her in a different way. And hey, no bite, no bite, no bite. Sleepyhead, come here, Nugget. Come here, big boy. Oh, I love you so. Say hello. Say hi, baby. Hi, Sleepy. Oh, yes, I know you're so tired. I love you. Yes, I love you. So we're gonna go to bed right after this, okay? Yeah. Oh, wow, yeah. I feel the same way, buddy. Mommy's tired. Okay, I'm gonna put you down. I'm almost done. And she said she would have done the podcast had I approached it in a different way. And basically, I had 59 minutes to send her apology or she was coming for me. That's what I was told. So I made a response video. I posted it on my IG. I was trolling. I wasn't like trying to start this like wave of mega online beef, but I was trolling. But the reason I'm making this YouTube is to address some of the comments that are in my comment section. How are you, almost a 32-year-old woman, asking a minor to come on a podcast about sex? Swallow It is not a sex podcast. Is sex talked about? Abso-fucking-lutely. But I'm a great interviewer. If I have a 17-year-old coming on my podcast, I'm not going to ask her if she likes to get her booty hole licked. Hey, by the way, you're 17. Do you like anal? Like, that's not what I had planned. I wanted to pick this girl's brain, see where she came from, how she got to where she's at, how she's handling fame, why she got new teeth, etc., etc., etc. I also want to address the fact that whether she's 17 or not, she has rap songs and songs about hoes and sex and rappers and like other stuff that a normal 17-year-old isn't talking about according to y'all. So don't ever come in my comment section and ask me why I would want to interview her because of her age. She's had plenty of interviews. She was on No Jumper with Adam. He has no filter. Did y'all give him shit for having a 17-year-old girl on his podcast where anything could be asked at any time? No, you didn't. I bet you didn't. Were you under his comment section? Were you talking shit under his comment section? I bet you weren't. I bet you fucking weren't. No, you weren't. So I just had to address those two things. My podcast can talk about sex. It can also talk about, you know, coronavirus, or, you know, was the sky purple today? Did you feel that earthquake last night? Did you? All right, that's great. Moving right along. Do you want to talk about Donald Trump? My podcast could be about anything. So don't sit here and say, I'm a 30-year-old woman that wanted to interview a 17-year-old about sex. Ain't nobody told us. Do you have my interview questions lined up? Are you on my board of storytellers and writers who come up with my content and my questions? I didn't fucking think so. Meanwhile, Caesar is like literally biting the shit out of my feet. And then another thing is her mom came to my page and she started talking shit. And like, I said a couple of fucking jokes back to her, like Happy Mother's Day, like your daughter should be rubbing your feet as you're sitting on the couch in a throw blanket, drinking some wine, getting dinner made for you, but instead you're in my comment section. And I was trolling at first, but like 3 hours later and still like right now, if I hit my following refresh tab, she's literally going back and forth with people in my comment section. I mean like paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, writing people in my comment section back. And as much as I want to sit there and talk shit about that woman for doing that, it actually makes me kind of sad. Like, it's Mother's Day. And you're in my comment section fighting with a bunch of 16... Like, it's my page. 90% of these people are coming to my page to talk shit, and I'm not even putting in that much energy into the comment section. So it kind of made me sad, not only for her mother, but also for her, because you are a product of your environment. So if your mom is literally being entertained and entertaining herself in the comment section on a Sunday evening at that Mother's Day at 10 o'clock at night, going back and forth with 14-year-olds, it says a lot. So that would have been one of my interview questions. Like, what's good with you and your mom? Hey, no! How did you get to the point where you were on Dr. Phil how did you become famous from being disrespectful to your mother? But then it's like, now her mother's in the comment section arguing with 14-year-olds. It's like, do I really even need to ask her that on a podcast? It's like, we can all kind of figure it out. But if someone's coming for my neck, I'm not going to shut the fuck up and be quiet. Like, and I don't want people out there thinking that I'm like some creepy ass, like, weird bitch that had intentions of having a young girl on to ask her if she likes her toes sucked with whipped cream on it. That's like not... That was not my intentions of interviewing her. I really just was curious as to how a 17-year-old handles the spotlight. I mean, who wouldn't want to ask that in an interview? But now that interview won't be happening. This all could have been avoided and handled completely differently. All her management, quote unquote, had to do was just not respond. I expect no responses. I expect a lot. You know how many people I DM'd? I DM'd a lot of motherfuckers, and a lot of people will ignore that message. They won't even respond. Like, swallow podcast what? Danielle who? What they're not going to do is write back with unprofessionalism like, you're a moron. Okay, I'm a moron for, hey, Caesar, no! Chewing my shit up. Fucking my shit up. I'm a moron for thinking that you are mature enough, because you've been in this industry since your Dr. Phil performance, to handle such a question as, I'd be interested in having you as a guest, in a more classy manner. And if it in fact was her management team, her manager is also in my DMs, basically saying it was inappropriate for me to ask. And I said, if you were a proper manager, you would have done your research on who was sending the email. You would have watched previous podcast interviews, and you would have seen that the podcast is not just about sex, if you were a legitimate professional manager. So then he apologized, and he said he was investigating internally to see who responded to that email, because his team shouldn't have responded in such a horrible way. And I'm like, yeah, you really shouldn't. And then he just liked the message, conversation over, whatever. I'll put all the screenshots because I'm like probably messing up sentences and words and whatever. But her manager is also apologizing, probably also yelling at her because this bitch told me that she would beat the dog shit out of me. And like, first of all, I don't fight. I'm not a fighter. Everyone on this channel knows I'm not a fighter. Will I talk shit to you till the day I die? Absolutely. I will talk shit to you till my last breath will probably be me talking shit to you. It just is what it is. That's me. But am I gonna meet a 17-year-old on Sunset Boulevard right in front of In-N-Out Burger because she wants to catch me outside? No, it's not happening. And I've said this before, even to other bad girls, I'm not the one to do threats of violence. You lay a pinky on me, girl, I'm gonna own you for the rest of your God-giving life, okay? I don't play that game. So I told her manager as well, please tell her to threaten me one more time. Please do it. She stopped responding. Because I said, do you hear those sirens, girl? You already hear them, huh? No. Like, a 17-year-old is telling me she's gonna beat the dog shit out of me. Like, how do you talk to someone who's almost 20 years older than you like that? So it made me think, if you're this disrespectful to someone you've never met in person, can you imagine the people that are in her life when she gets mad? Yo, no. Come here, now. We're not chewing mommy's shoes, no. This boy. Come here. Come here. Now I gotta hold you. Give me no choice but to hold you. What's in your ear? What is that? Come here. Come here, Nugget. What is that? Who's my little psycho boy? Who's my psycho boy? Who's my little psycho boy? Who's my psycho boy? Okay, back to our regular scheduled program, because I know this video is not about my dog, although my dog will be in all my videos. Yeah, so that's what happened. That's how I spent. There's been, my comments are just like comment after comment after comment. Hey! I'm not keeping up with it. I'm way too tired. People want to talk shit. Go ahead, leave your shit talking comment. I'm probably not even going to see it. It's a bunch of like really young, I've noticed, young girls. There's been a couple grown-ass men coming onto my page being like, how can a 32-year-old woman ask a 17-year-old on a podcast? And he's like 55 with like a molester mustache, looks like he owns a minivan. And I'm like, dude, I know you ain't in my comment section asking me this question. I know you ain't. All right, I know you're not. But I just had to come out here and say, this is, as a society, this is who we make famous. You know, there's so many talented, funny comedians, actors, singers, yada, 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 in their basement somewhere, so desperately trying to make it, to be seen, to be heard. And then we're making people like this chick, a 17-year-old punk-ass bitch, famous for being disrespectful, and just continues to be disrespectful for no reason. And I really wanted to interview her to find out how she became this way, what she's doing in the limelight and with fame, growing as an individual, but clearly there's no growth. And if this is how she is at 17 with millions and millions of followers and however much money she's making, it's only gonna get worse. And it's all because of y'all, because you gave this bitch a platform with millions of followers. There's people, I deserve 1 million followers. I talk about some real ass shit, yeah, whatever, but this is just a comparison. This is who you guys idolize over and want to listen to, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. And I guess a part of me hasn't really been keeping up with her. I saw like a video of her throwing a drink at Iggy Azalea and all this shit, and I guess I just kind of wanted to pick her brain, find out what's going on up there. And in return, I got called a moron. Yeah, I guess I am. I guess I am a moron for wanting to pick your brain and find out how the fuck you became what you became. I guess I wanted to meet in person what millions of you are fans over. Because right now, I'm not getting it. Come here, Nugget. He's stuck by my dresser. So I'm going to do the rest of this video in the morning when I wake up. Come here. And I'll do a reaction to watching her Instagram live that all of you sent to me. So that's what I'll do. And yeah, okay, good night. I gotta get this little boy to bed. Talk to you in the morning. Good morning. How goes it? It's going pretty well over here. My stand is like broken. I don't know how to fix it. It's like you pay all these monies for these ring lights and then they break after like 1 month, so that's great. Anywho, so I wanted to wake up this morning because I was so tired last night. Nothing like a good night's sleep and some pixie eye patches to, like, you know, get your day started. But I wanted to do a reaction video to this girl's live. I had a few people send me the video. I now have it. I'm gonna watch it, and we're gonna see what this little girl had to say on her live. Are we ready? Are we fucking ready, Caesar? Caesar, are we ready for this? Huh? Come here, beautiful. Come here. Say good morning. Say good morning. Say good morning. You love them. Yes, you do. Hi, baby. Hi. Look how beautiful you are. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay. Go ahead. Go play. Good boy. No. No. Nope. All right. Let's watch this, shall we?
Attention, but one thing no one's gonna do is disrespect me. I put a lot of bitches on by coming for them for my respect. But one thing you're not gonna do is disrespect me, especially when I was the one who didn't even disrespect you.
But your team did, and your team is trash.
See, that's
so
the thing.
it's
A lot of
embarrassing.
bitches I have problems with are the ones who always have come to me with bullshit. And don't come to me with no fucking bullshit, little girl. Because I'm not the one.
Did she just call me a little
I
girl?
don't care how old you are. I don't care how many kids you got. I don't care none of that
I
shit.
got no kids.
Ass girl to me.
I got no kids.
That right there was some little girl shit. You gonna write a whole paragraph talking shit because you got called out for doing some dumb shit.
But it wasn't you that responded, right? Mm-hmm.
That was stupid. That was dumb. Why would you do that?
Why does she talk like that?
And then now you be. Why'd you want me on your podcast? If you have all these negative, horrible things to say about me, why would you want me on your podcast? Because you wanted clout?
No, because I want to interview you to see how you got so fucked up, girl.
You have someone famous
That's why.
and shit. Why would you ask a 17-year-old to be on a podcast?
Mind you, the 17-year-old is smoking weed on her live.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
And then you gonna call me all that shit as if I was the one who replied to you? Let me tell you something, bitch. You owe me an apology. Okay? So I'm gonna give you the next hour to hit my DM with an apology. I'm gonna find your ass, shorty.
No, you're not.
Because that was disrespectful as fuck. And see, this is what happens when you assume things. See, now, if you were so you think you're big or whatever, if you were really there, if you really knew what you was talking about, you would know a lot of these people who are big and get a million fucking emails, whatever the fuck you thought you was doing.
Oh, okay. Whoever sent me this live, it's like pieces are cut out,
You get
so.
posted everywhere. Now you happy, bitch. Now you got me on live talking about you. Now you happy. But one thing people don't realize, I don't do this. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I don't know what her name is. What was that Instagram that I had looked up?
Like you didn't know, sis. Come on. Come on.
Danielle Victor. Y'all go tell that little Danielle Victor bitch she got the next hour to hit my DM with an apology. Or it's gonna be some shit.
No, it's not. It's like, it's honestly comical.
Me like that. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. Especially no dumbass hoe. A bum-ass, dumbass, dusty-ass, OnlyFans hoe gonna disrespect me. Never in your fucking life, bitch.
If this chick was 21, she'd have an OnlyFans for sure. For sure. Is that it? That's all we got? This is what we're working with? Okay, yeah, that was the end. All right. Okay. First of all, she's hanging out in her car with whoever, smoking a vape or marijuana or whatever it is that she's doing. Just like talking reckless shit. It was literally like watching a little girl, like, you know, on Maury, right before they get on stage and they're like, I don't listen to my mom. I go to the club, I have sex, that baby is not mine, or whatever they do on Maury. That's literally what she reminded me of. Just like a little girl about to get on stage and like cause everyone, including Maury, deep, deep grief. And be like, what the fuck, how did you become this way? So let me answer this for her. Number one, she's never gonna touch me. She's never gonna get near me. She's never going to lay a pinky on me. That's just not how I move. It's never gonna be how I move. You can throw threats all day. You could talk shit from across the street. But if you, in fact, ever laid a finger on me, you would regret it. Okay? I don't play that games. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. I wanted you on the podcast because I wanted to see how you became. And now it's just like, you're a lost cause. You're 17 still talking how you did on Dr. Phil almost 4 or 5 years ago. Dr. Phil couldn't help you. Your mom couldn't help you. And the fact that she's like, she just wants someone famous on her podcast. The fact that y'all even made a bitch like that famous is what blows me. How is she famous? What about this chick is entertaining? That was a cringeworthy live. Cringeworthy, bro. But sometimes, you know, I have like this soft spot for people that are fucked up, and I just want to know why they're fucked up. So I thought it would be cool to interview her. Now I just realized she's fucked up. I probably could have barely gotten through that interview. Like, I barely got through YBNs, you know, like, I'd probably just be looking at her like, And she wants to say I'm a moron because my podcast name is called Swallow It. It's subjective, bro. The tagline is open wide, take it all in, meaning whatever we talk about, just fucking deal with it. I think she's like, you know, she can talk shit to her elders. It's like, sit down, little girl. Don't talk shit to me. Don't talk shit to me, girl. Don't you do it. Anyways, I'm gonna let this drama go. I wanted to do a video addressing the fact that ain't nobody want this 17-year-old girl to come on and tell me how she likes her vagina licked, because we all know she's getting her vagina licked. Fact. She's like literally half naked twerking on her Instagram page, talking about OnlyFans, fans only. If that bitch was 21, she would have an OnlyFans and millions of you would follow it and pay more of her bills. So let's be serious. But she's got 3 years to go before she can even legally drink. So I'm not gonna continue to go back and forth with a 17-year-old girl. Her management sucks. Her mom is literally on Instagram still. It's the next following day and she's still going back and forth with people in my comments. She has now posted my sister, a picture of my sister on her IG story talking about mom of the year. First of all, why the fuck are you even talking about my sister? She has nothing to do with this. She's not the one that asked this bitch to be on a podcast. Y'all are sick. I don't know what's wrong with her. Her mom has issues. The apple didn't fall far from the tree. So if I wanted to sit down and interview Danielle and ask her how she got this way, I literally can see that it's because of her mother. Her mother, you guys want to sit there and say you're a clout chaser for going back and forth with a 17-year-old. No, her mom's a clout chaser. Her mom is literally fighting with 12-year-olds in my comments. I'm not even responding to my comments. Her mother is. So this is why it would be interesting to have picked her brain so I could see how fucked up her psychological damage from her mother and her family and whatever else she's fucking been through, because you could clearly tell this chick has been through a lot, has affected her life. But I have zero interest now. I didn't think I did anything wrong asking anyone to be on my podcast. I'm asking everyone and everybody to be on my podcast because I love to interview people and I'm fucking good at it. So she said no, and then she was a bitch about it. Her team is trash. If I ever had a team that responded to people like that, I would be highly embarrassed. She should be like, I apologize for my team. I apologize for my unprofessionalism. But she's 17. If this is how she's behaving now to people she doesn't even know, imagine people she does know. Imagine people in her circle. Imagine how trashy she is to people that she actually works with and thinks because she's famous that she can treat them that way. I could never. But if she had a good mother, a role model, whatever in her corner, teaching her like about life and about not burning bridges, she'd be a completely different person. She's gonna have no self-growth. She's gonna have no self-discovery. She's gonna be stuck in this way because you guys praise her for it. She's famous for disrespecting her mother, and she continues to become more famous with y'all because you enjoy the messiness of her disrespect. And it's kind of actually sad. I feel sorry for both her and her mother. Anyways, comment below who you want me to get on the podcast. Someone who isn't going to respond with "you're a moron." You know, it would have been best if she just never said any response at all and none of this would be happening. See how that works? Anyways, give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, but as I always say, if you're giving it a thumbs down, you probably shouldn't be on this channel. But if you're gonna be here anyway, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also the bell, because if you don't hit the bell, you won't get notifications. Do me a favor, so subscribe to my OnlyFans, because it's how I feed my kid, even though I have none. Well, I guess I have a dog, so I do have a kid now. So help me feed my dog, subscribe to my OnlyFans, and peace out. See ya. Toodaloo, ta-ta.